Hi developers, welcome back to Code Step by Step. My name is Anil. In this part of Node.js, we will learn how we can create HTML pages and display them on browser in a Node.js application. So first question is why we need HTML pages. So let's say you want to make a static website in Node.js, like you just want to create 4 or 5 pages like a home page, about us page, user page, help, etc. That time you need a static pages. So you may have second question. In last video we just learned that render HTML and JSON. In that video we just learned that how we can create the about us path, home path and all. So why we are not using that way? So this is the code of last video. You can just see that we have a root path, about and help, etc. But this is not a comfortable, or you can say that a stable way to create a large amount of code. When we have only 2 or 3 lines of code, or maybe we have max to max 5 to 6 lines of code, that time this approach can work. But when you have a complete page like 100, 200 or 300 lines of code, that time this is not a stable approach, because here we are just using HTML inside a string. And let's say we have to pass here CSS, we have to use here images and all. That time this is not a appropriate way. So what we can do, we have to just create the different pages and we have to load them here. So how we can do that, we will learn. So let's start with the points. First of all, we will just create a folder for HTML files and we'll access it. Yes, we are not going to access each file, we just access the complete folder, and the all internal file will be accessed as a static content. I will show you how. After that we will create some HTML files, load HTML page, and at the last we will discuss some important interview questions also. All right, so now let's start, and I am just going to remove this code because this is not useful for a moment. All right, so now we need a folder also. So let's say my folder name is public, right, and it have a file with the name of about.html, and I want to load this file. After that we will create some more files, but first of all let's see how we can load a one file. So how we can load it, the answer is here. We have to just access this public folder and this file name, then we can access. So how we can just tell to our code that we want to access this public and about us about.html page. For that we have to path of this file. So first of all I just want to show you step 1, which is a dir name. Whenever you will just use this dir name, you will find the application path, your application path. So after that, if I will just access the public folder, then I can easily get the access of this folder. So how I can do it? For that we just need a path module. So just require it. We don't need to install it, this module, because this is the by default module of Node.js. After that, let's one more thing. Whenever you are just using this required statement, just apply them on the top of your application, right? After that, just add a line break, take a const, and here you can just put here public path, and here we can just simply put here app path dot, it have a function with the name of join, and we can simply provide here our first parameter, which is underscore underscore dir, and in second parameter we can provide our folder or directory name, which is public. And after that let's run it like this, and now you can see that we can access the path of public folder also. So now we just have to use it and we can definitely get the pages of inside the public folder. So remove this console and just simply use here app, which is the, you can say that object of express app dot use. So now what is use? For a moment you can just say that this is a function, but this is actually more than a function. This is a middleware. I will tell you what is the middleware in the upcoming video, whenever we will make some separate videos on middleware, because if I am just going to talk about middleware now in this video, So you maybe just get confused why we are just talking about middleware, what are they, and there's a lots of questions. So we will create a separate video on that. After that, we just have to use here express dot static, and this static function will allow you to just access the files from any folder. So I want to access these files from public folder, so just that's it. And now I can just load this all files inside the public folder on our browser. So now let's try to load this about.html. Let me just put here localhost 5000 and just put here about.html. Keep in mind, don't just use your about. If you just use about without extension, it will not gonna work. You have to use here about.html, and we are just getting here blank. Why? Because we don't have any content inside it. So let's add here and remove this extra code which is automatically generated by VS Code. Just put here about page h1 tag, and here you can see that this is working perfectly fine. Even we can add some internal style also. So let me add here a style tag, h1 tag, color red, and here you can see that about page. This is still working fine. So let's create one more page, and let's say my page name is home.html, and let me just copy the all content from about to home page so that we can just do it quickly. And let's put here home page and replace the about text, and now we can access the home page also, working fine. So now you may have a question that how we can create a page for root folder, like without providing any path and all. For that, you just need to change your file name, or you can create a new file with the name of index.html, and it will work without any path also. If you want to provide the path like index.html, it will still work, but you can access it without you can say that any path also. So let's create one more file. So let me copy and paste this, and let me provide here help name to it. Just put here help text, and again it should work fine. Help.html, this is working fine. So thank you for watching this video. And one more thing which is very important, interview question. So first question is about path module. What is that path module? This module actually allow us to traverse any folder or any file also of our project. So you want to access the public folder or any other folder of your project, so you can access it with your path module. It can make your paths really easy. Like you can provide here public path, and after that you can provide here inner folder, etc. If you have the outer folder, then you can still just simply use double quotes and all. It will perfectly work fine. And let's say you have inner folder, then you have to just like this forward slash, not backward, right? And the second question they can ask, what is that static function? It allow us to use the static content, and we just need to pass here path of our folder. And third question they can ask, can we apply external style to these about.html, or you can say that this static content? Is it possible? Yes, this is possible, but we cannot provide these paths directly here, because we are just accessing these folder inside index.html, and then we are serving that. That's why we have to use some other tricks for that, and that we will learn in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this video, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel.